I'm in the backstage area. Well, first things first. It looks like this ladder leads to the catwalk overhead. Do I really have to go up there? Wait. Why aren't they talking about whether it's a stepladder or not? My god, they forgot their roots. Why don't you go on up and check it out, Athena? I'm sure you'll like the air up there. Huh? Where in the world did you get that idea from? Wait a minute. Are you saying I'm an airhead? How rude can you get? That's not what I'm saying at all. Now up you go. I'll just wait down here. Okay, now I'm starting to get the picture. You're afraid of heights, aren't you, Apollo? Come on now, this is for Trucy. She needs us, so up to the catwalk we go. She is fine with heights because she has been to Europe, which is in the air, if I'm not mistaken. Time to put on my big boy pants. Are you alright, Apollo? You're white as a sheet. I'm the Daijobu. Don't look down, Justice. Don't look down. Those green things over there look like cushions. I guess one of them was used to absorb the force of impact when Mr. Hat zipped into it. Then why is he on top of it? Let's go check it out. Way over there? What's that? Look, Apollo, it's Mr. Hat. He's attached to a wire. Actually, didn't Trucy say something like flashback? They quickly raise Mr. Hat up by wire into a cushion on the catwalk. Maybe the stagehands pulled Mr. Hat up and left him here afterwards. That wire attached to his back. It looks like it's connected to one of the winches down below. Huh? Huh? Mr. Hat's cape is ripped. Did that happen during the show? That's odd. It almost looks like it was slashed with a blade. How in the world did that happen? Illuminati. Apollo, I see that you're trying to take this all in stride, and I respect that. But seriously, you're trembling like a newborn fawn up here. Get it together, man. I can't help it. Wow, that's a big pulley. Oh! Ha! That was why they're... Okay, I didn't even think of that. Good eyes, Serp. Looks like it's connected to one of the winches down below. The dragon set piece must have been hanging from this. It is a rabbit. These set pieces look like a rabbit and a moon. Although, they kind of look like they could be a duck and a croissant, too. Oh my god, it's Skull Island! What do they look like to you, Apollo? The Grim Reaper and a guy falling to his death. Come on, let's wrap up this investigation before your imagination catches up with you. Hey look, there are cushions attached to the underside. Well, what are you standing way over there for? Come on over and look. You're not gonna try and push me off, are you? Seriously, Apollo? Come on, you'll be fine. Here, do you want me to hold your hand? Yes, actually, if you wouldn't mind. Looks like you're right. And Trucy mentioned something about this, didn't she? That a cushion was supposed to absorb the force. They're really making sure that I'm aware of these cushions. And they didn't even make it a truth bullet. This game. It looks like Mr. Hat is rigged to this smaller pulley. Let's see. How did it go? After being blown a kiss, Mr. Hat goes wild, and just as he's about to stab the coffin, he gets pulled up to the catwalk. And the smoke screen was to hide his ascent from the audience's view. Well, I think that about does it for the catwalk. Do you think we missed anything? Nope. Nuh-uh. Didn't miss a single thing. We're all done here. Yes, sirree. I take it you're ready to go down? Yeah, I think we better. I feel a fainting spell coming on. Oh, brother. You don't need me to hold your hand again, do you? It's a guillotine, but it's not real. It's just another one of Trucy's props. I wonder if it was supposed to appear in the show. Huh? You mean she didn't mention it to you? She said you were going to make a guest appearance on stage for her guillotine trick. No! I definitely remember not agreeing to something like losing my head on national TV. There's a sign here that says, Understage. No, maybe it's the German pronunciation. It's like Understage. I bet these stairs go to the understage area. Trucy told me she and her fellow magicians call it the Abyss. I wonder why. Who knows? Maybe because it's really dark down there or something? Ooh, I bet they've got all kinds of magical goodies stashed away down there. Come on, let's go check it out. Huh? The door's locked. The entrance to the Abyss is barred to mere mortals like us, huh? Oh well. What you call a swinging... It's what you call a swing and abyss. Hey, there's a coffin back here, too. Looks like there's a stuffed dragon inside. No, wait, look, it's just an illusion. See, the dragon looks like it's inside, but it's really just painted on the front lid. Oh, wow, you're right. It's really something else. If the show hadn't been canceled, we might have gotten to see this trick too, huh? Why can't I click on the hammer? That's the real murder weapon. Stabbed in the back with a hammer. Stabbed in the back with a fire bucket. A dustpan, a broom, and a bucket. Guess they use these to keep the stage tidy. Doubt that's what this bucket is for, though. See how it says fire on it? Oh, I guess it's a fire bucket then. Yes, I heard the theater owner went out and bought... They should have fire extinguishers regardless. When he heard there was going to be a fire trick, he flew to the store to get a single bucket. Can a little bucket like this really put out a raging fire? I guess the owner thought it could. But it isn't... You need fire grenades to put out a fire. Come on. Doesn't this guy know anything about firefighting? But it doesn't look like it's been used. In fact, the inside is caked with dust. What was the point of even buying the bucket then? Wait a minute. Means nobody actually prepared for the fire trick after all. I have a feeling this might be an important bit of information. What is this thing? It's a winch. I'm guessing they used it to pull Mr. Hat up. Oh, look, there are two winches. One back there and one up here. Apparently, each winch was rigged up to something different. One of them was used to hold up the dragon set piece, while the other was connected to that weird puppet up in the catwalk. I think you mean Mr. Hat, Emma. All done? Pretty much. There's just one thing. The door to the understage passage was locked. Any way we can get down there other than the ladder that we've already seen we can just climb down? That place? They locked it up as soon as we police finished our investigation down there. If you want to check it out, you'll have to ask a magician. Well, Trucy's at the detention center, so she can't help us. I guess we'll have to look for somebody else from the show. Okay. and I better get back to my own investigation. See you around. Like, we've seen the trapdoor with a ladder that leads down there. It's too bad about the understage area, but at least we learned a few things. Yeah, like one of your greatest fears. I wasn't talking about that. Ask Mr. Hat. He is a magician. I meant how all the behind-the-scenes stuff is set up. Let's see. We found out there are 2 winches backstage. Mr. Hat was rigged to the first winch, and the dragon set piece was attached to the other one. And both of them were used during the show. Right after the body was discovered, the dragon set piece fell to the stage, and in the chaos that ensued, the culprit could have switched the rubber sword with the real one. So it looks like the best way to prove Trucy's innocence is to identify the real killer. What a complete and utter mess. This is all great. Just great. That Wright kid is Bush League. Small potatoes. A half-grown has-been. There's somebody on the stage. Oh, this is the Robert Downey Jr. guy. I wonder who it is and what they're doing. Maybe we should go talk to them. Excuse me, are you connected to the show? What, you two got a couple more headaches for me to handle? I got my hands full as it is. Hey, I remember this guy. Hey, you there. What the heck's going on? They wouldn't even let me in. Me, for crying out loud. Oh, Mr. Reetons. There was an accident during the show. An accident? Great, just great. That's all I need right now. Do you have any idea how much money we're sinking into this program? It's that man who was going off at the staff in front of the theater. I ain't ever seen you guys before. If I had to guess, I'd say you're not production staff. What's that I spy with my little eye? An attorney's badge. Well, how do you do? I didn't know you fine folks were lawyers. My business card, if you would. Charmed to make your acquaintance, I'm sure. Oh, thank you. So you're from the TV station, I take it? Sharp as a tack you are. I'm the producer of this TV special. All my idea, by the way. I'm Apollo Justice, Trucy Wright's defense attorney. Trucy Wright's... Well, ain't that a kick in the head? How about you open with that tidbit next time, champ? Okay. What happened to the Schmoozy Magoo? Schmoozy Magoo. Okay. Schmoozy Magoo bit. I'm Roger Reetons. Rattons? Whatever. Hold the applause. No autographs, kids. I'm on the clock. Apollo, this guy looks really familiar, but I can't quite... Really, kid? Try this on for size. Hang loose, baby! Apollo! It's the Ratings Raja from Take-Two TV. He's huge, crazy huge, like a real famous producer. Really? I've never heard of him. Have most people heard of producers of TV shows? Like, aren't the actors the most famous thing? Seriously, man, what kind of cave did you crawl out of? Roger Reetons, the Ratings Raja, Titan of the TV screen. Still not ringing a bell? You ain't seen my hit Saturday night talk show at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central? No, I can't say that I have. That's funny, because that localization probably doesn't... Like, there are a lot of people who live on the West Coast who never hear TV shows, you know, advertised that way, right? You're blowing my mind, Katie. You even know what a TV is? Say it with me. Television. You mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident? No. What kind of comeback is that? Grow some backbone, kid. I basically lobbed that one at you. Now hit me with your best barb. Viewers will love that. Does he want us to do a manzai routine? Come on, you gotta sell it. Sell what? Say something funny for the nice people at home. Go on, hit me with your best shot. Does it bother you that I don't know you, Mr. My best shot? We're rolling here. Hurry up before they change the channel. Chop, chop. Okay, here goes. Talk to the hand. Kapow. Kapow? Really? Would you have preferred Dohya? And why are you pointing all dramatically like we're in court? I don't know. It just seemed like the thing to do. Apollo. Oof! Big oof! IMO. That's going in the cringe reel for sure. I think we can all agree that was a mistake. If I choked any harder, I'd need the Heimlich maneuver. I blame myself, really. Should have known better than waste good film on a nobody. So, you want an exclusive or what? Take that. Here, take a look at this. What are you showing me that for? What, you want me to do a special on you guys? It's a lawyer for life. Justice in the courtroom. Doesn't sound half bad, actually. Plus, it'd get some publicity for the agency. Count us in, Mr. Reetons. Is it supposed to be like ratings? Roger, ratings? Ratings? Alright, let's jump into it. What made you decide to be lawyers? Huh? Say something dumb. Now it's your turn. Jump in with a snappy comeback. What? Lay down a sick burn? Me? You two. I'm practically falling asleep over here. Where's the drama? The gravitas? How are you gonna draw in viewers with that yawn fest? You got less viewers than Hiten style. Work on your delivery and get back to me. Yeah, okay, sure. I think he's confusing actors and attorneys. Today's magic show is being broadcast live on TV so that people wouldn't need to come see it tomorrow, right? And you were the producer, right? That's right. Rising Magic Star versus Old School Grammar Eye. It was gonna be wild. We were gonna have viewers vote for their favorite magician during the show, and the loser would have had a really embarrassing prank done to them. It was gold, I tell you. Guaranteed ratings. I don't know. It sounds kind of tacky if you ask me. I'm telling you, man, modern viewers eat this stuff up with a spoon. Trust me. Does that say Bunny's Cafe? And it's like a bunny girl. Legs. Like a fluffy tail. And high heels. Could be. All we gotta do is serve it up nice and hot. A feast for the eyes. More like junk food for the brain. But that little brat had to go and ruin everything with that accident of hers. You have any idea how many times they dragged me over here to prepare for today? You must know this theater pretty well if you came by that often. Ooh, that gives me an idea. How about this? Mad mindscape of a magical murderess. Closest comrades come clean. Tell me, has Trucy always shown signs of being unhinged? When could you tell she was about ready to snap? This guy's cruising for a bruising, Apollo. Now it is you who is an attorney. I missed the context for that, unfortunately. As long as you don't get caught on camera. Truth be told, I'm not surprised about the way things turned out. Magicians are pretty much the dregs of society, am I right? What's that supposed to mean? What were you doing at the time of the incident? Shooting a show in the station studio. We had a whole bunch of girls in bikinis wrestle each other for the camera. So you didn't see the accident as it actually happened? That's right. That's why I was shocked when I first got here. So he didn't hear about the accident until he arrived, huh? I'm guessing what you really want to know is whether or not I have an alibi, am I right? My staff at the TV studio can vouch for me. Why not go there and ask them yourself? You can give them my card and they'll let you in. So you have an alibi, huh? Good to know. Magicians are all a bunch of good-for-nothings if you ask me. Con artists and thieves is what they are. They trick people and take their money. Coming from you, that's rich, pal. Magic tricks aren't the same as con jobs, you know. That's right. The people watching never feel like they've been cheated. Lawyers spout hypocritical nonsense. Big surprise there, LOL. And post. Did he just post about us in real time? Those grammar eyes are all criminals. It's in their blood. Trucy Wright ain't no different. That girl's no good. She may look all sweet and innocent, but she's a stone-cold killer. Don't you dare talk about Trucy like that. You don't know the first thing about her. You won't find a sweeter, harder-working girl anywhere, period. She's got the wool pulled over your eyes, I see. What in the world are you talking about? You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. I'll prove those grammar eye magicians are all a bunch of lowlifes, even if I have to murder one of them and frame the other one to do it. Does he have a grudge against Trucy? Or maybe against all of Troop Grammar Eye? TV's a window to the truth. Not like that magic stuff, or the streetwise charlatans that perform it. It's a shame. A crying shame, I tell you. What was supposed to be a fun, lighthearted program turned into this sorry affair. I'll have to sell it to news outlets all over the world if I'm going to make my money back. Trucy Wright will make her debut, all right. Not as a magician, but as a criminal. What? It's my duty to report it. Can't let a tragedy like this happen again, now can I? Even if she gets off somehow, I'll make sure she never walks the streets again. We won't let that happen. We won't let you do that to her. We're going to prove her innocence in court. Listen to you, acting all high and mighty. You're just another money grubber. I know how you lawyers do things, defending people for free in every single game. We've never been paid, by the way. Not a single person in the history of Ace Attorney has paid their lawyer. I beg your pardon? If you win your trials, you get fat stacks, right? Is money really all you care about? What's with him, Apollo? Why won't he listen? But enough about you. We'll go out going after Trucy now. I won't stop until she's behind bars. She is already behind bars. Well, no, I guess she's behind glass. That's how we in the media dish out justice. Before you even get to court, my expose is going to take you down. It's a bit on the nose. It's almost like they were trying to say something about society. Not if I have anything to say about it. Well, gotta get back to the station. Hang loose, baby. Hang loose, as I say on my show where people know me from, where I talk about being a famous producer. Looks like the prosecution won't be our only opponent this time. But no way are we gonna let that guy have his way. Either. That's right. Okay, we're done with this stage, so let's go someplace else. I still wish we could check out that understage passage. But what else can we investigate right now? Gordy Lake, of course. The dressing room looks just the way it did before the incident. All these items look kind of lonely without their owners. We have to find Trucy's notebook for her. Let's see. She said it would be in her blue handbag on the table, right? We should see what else we can check out while we're here. Nosy, nosy, nosy. 5,000 cents? Oh, that's not even a thing. Fine. That is. Look at all of this stuff. They must belong to Mr. Rias. Wow, look at the colors on that briefcase. Do you think he carries that around with him on his time off? Well, during his shows, he wears a mask to hide his identity. If he carried that briefcase around when he wasn't working, wouldn't it give him away? Ah, but you've got to change gears and look at things in a different way at a time like this. Oh yeah? Meaning? Well, what if Mr. Rias wore his full costume all the time, even when he wasn't working? Then that briefcase wouldn't have given away one bit. Athena, people don't wear the same clothing all the time. Don't be ridiculous. Okay. I'm getting pretty good at this turn your thinking around stuff, huh? She's like a little kid who's learned a new trick and couldn't wait to try it out. Oh, look at the adorable bunnies. Rabbits, huh? I used to have a pet rabbit. Really? You? You sure don't look the type. You don't look like the rabbit owner type. What do you mean? What's wrong with me having a pet rabbit? Aren't people who have rabbits as pets usually the quiet, sensitive type? Well, pardon me for being so loud and insensitive. I've found it, the real murder weapon. Oh, these are from Prosecutor Gavin. Roses, huh? How like him. Pretentious. What kind of jerk gives roses? They might be pretentious, but you know what? He makes it work. Apollo, I've noticed this for a while now, but you get awfully prickly when it comes to Prosecutor Gavin. You think so? I mean, don't hate him just because he's beautiful. That's not it at all. I'm gonna steal it. What's this? A script of the show? It says Bonnie, so it must belong to that bunny assistant we saw in the show. You and I got to see the first two parts, up to the end of the 10:20 a.m. segment. But this Mr. Rias' fire trick, we didn't get to see that part. Transforms into a dragon, Trucy's hat trick. Teleportation trick, Trucy's escape trick. Mr. Rias' fire trick. This will be dangerous, make sure the fire bucket is ready. Yeah, because they canceled the show after the accident. Hey, there's a note about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. Come to think of it, when Mr. Rias turned into a dragon, it breathed fire, didn't it? Coin tricks and fire tricks were Mr. Rias' specialties. Maybe they had some big finale planned, where Mr. Rias and Trucy would face off in a grand magical showdown after his revival. So here's her bag. Here's that handbag Trucy was talking about. I feel a little funny about digging around in a girl's purse. I guess it's okay to open it. After all, she did ask us to. But not you, Apollo. Let me do it. Let's see. Huh? No, not this. What's this? Oh, wow. She had... Oh, Trucy, you are bad. What is it? I want to see too. That's funny. She said it was a black notebook, right? But there's nothing like that in here. Maybe Trucy was wrong about where she left it. Let's keep looking around for it. Look at all these costumes. I bet they're all Trucy's. Oh, could you tell by the scent? You're like some kind of bloodhound or something? I'm her assistant, not her pet. I was unaware that hovering the hand would cause me to smell the clothes. Hey, these flowers. They're from La Miroir. Or however you say it. Where have I heard that name before? She's a famous singer. They call her the Siren of the Ballad, and she's pretty popular. Why would a famous singer be sending Trucy flowers? Well, we met her through a case I headed up once. Wow, your circle of acquaintances is bigger than I thought. Lamy Roy. I don't know why, but her songs really touch me for some reason. It was revealed that what the hell was it? She turned out to be his mother or something? I thought they turned out to be like mother and son in the end. But I thought I also thought that he knew that they did. I hope she's doing well. Huh? Aren't these Ninetales flowers? You know, those flowers that only grow in Ninetales Vale? Oh my goodness, you're right. There's a card here and a letter to go with it. The card says, "Good luck, Trucy, from Damien and Jinxie Tenma." Mayor Tenma and Jinxie, huh? What does the letter say? Let's see. Oh, there's a message for you in here, too. Please tell Mr. Demon Lawyer I said thank you for everything. Thanks to him, I overcame my fears, and now I'm not afraid of yokai anymore. And guess what? I've even become friends with yokai like Itan Momen and Konaki Gigi. No matter what happens, I guess she'll never grow out of her demon obsession. Trucy put some posters up, I see. Oh, here's one of Troop Grammari. Troop Grammari Magical Menagerie, huh? Looks like a bunch of folks dressed in outfits a bit too gaudy for their age, if you ask me. But isn't that pretty much how all the best magicians dress? Was Troop Grammari really such a big deal back in the day? I guess so. Everybody in the country knew them back then. They had great tricks. Like making a building disappear, or escaping a safe dropped from a helicopter. Wow. I was in Europe at the time, so I had no idea. But if even you know about them, then they must have been really, really famous. I used to see them a lot on TV. I think it was back when I was in junior high. The one in black was the original leader of Troop Grammari, Trucy's grandfather. His name was Magnifi Grammari. The one in pink with the mustache, that's Zach Grammari, Trucy's late biological father. Oh, and look, there's Mr. Rias. So this poster's from back when he was a member of Troop Grammari, huh? Trucy said he left the troop after he was injured during a show. Or no, this is Apollo. Trucy said Trucy said he left the troop after he was injured during a show or something, right? 13-year-old poster. Is that everything? Everything but the bird. It's a dove. Trucy must use it in one of her tricks. Yeah. There's another bird cage next to it. I wonder what's in that one. Cuckoo-ca-choo! What in the world was that? I don't know. I say we take a look through Mr. Rias's things, too. Hey. Is that a notebook sticking out from behind his briefcase? You're right, it's practically screaming, over here, look at me. Do you think it could be... Oh wow, Athena. Our hunch was right, it's Trucy's notebook. What's it doing mixed in with Mr. Rias's stuff? Good question. It's locked. I guess that means we can't read it. I wonder what kinds of secrets are in there to make her want to lock it. A girl her age needs her privacy. Besides, everybody has a secret or two they don't want others to know about. If there's anything in there about kisses or crushes, I think Mr. Wright would cry. Nobody should be kissing at age... What is she? Like 17? Yeah. What the hell? Well, we've examined just about everything, I think. Looking through other people's stuff was so thrilling, like I'm doing something naughty. I know what you mean. Just don't go poking around my things at the office. Why? What do you have to hide? I don't think I like how her eyes lit up all of a sudden. Anyway, we better get this notebook to Trucy. She's here to kill us. The cane is actually a taser. I saw you, you know, Pion. Oh, it's you, the bunny assistant from the show, right? What? Oh, yes, that's right. My name is... Is this your music? Sure, why not? My name is Bonnie DeFam. DeFammy? I remember her talking to us earlier. Performing magic is like walking a tightrope. There's always an element of danger. One little mistake can even cost you your life, you know? I wonder if she'll make it across today. And what do you mean by that exactly? Oh, nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me, Pion. She says some pretty strange things then. I saw you take it. You took something from our dressing room. Oh, Bonnie, the teleportation trick... that teleportation trick you did was amazing. Fantastique, as they say in Europe. What? Oh, thank you. But what you did, stealing is... What other kinds of magic tricks can you do? Me? Oh, well... How about this? Splendido! I think Bonnie's trying to say something to us. She is? Thank you, Mr. Thief. Thief? I saw you. I saw you take that notebook. Please don't take things from our dressing room. Huh? Guess that means she really saw us, huh? I bet this looks pretty bad. If you return what you stole right now, I won't call the police. Oh boy. You've got it all wrong. We're Trucy's lawyers. She asked us to bring the notebook to her. Trucy's lawyers? Oh, I'm sorry I called you thieves. If you really thought we were thieves, why were you still doing magic tricks for us? I can't help it. Whenever anybody asks, I just can't bring myself to refuse. Does that mean she's a real people person, or that she aims to please people a little too hard? In that case, can you tell us the secret of your teleportation trick? Well, I don't know if I should. If I keep up the pressure, she just might tell us. I've been dying to know. Leave the poor girl alone. Are you investigating the case? Yes, that's right. I'm Trucy's biggest fan. I just love her to bits. I'd do anything to help her, even murder. We appreciate that. In that case, would you mind if we asked you a few questions? Take that. I'm sorry I accused you of stealing earlier. Did you think we were some random fans who had snuck into your dressing room? No. Your flashy red and yellow get-ups had me thinking you're some new comedy duo. Manzai? I thought you were polishing your old married couple routine while you were poking around. Old married couple routine? Is that really how other people see us? Guess I better keep my badge handy at all times. Actually, now that I think about it, is a red suit jacket, is that... No, blue maybe. In Danganronpa 2, there was a part, briefly, where Monokuma showed up wearing a blue suit, and he and Monomi did a Manzai routine, I think. I think he was wearing a blue suit, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Whatever. Anyway, on to the questions. Bonnie, tell me your everything. You're a magician, right, Bonnie? That's right. My specialties are teleportation, and this little trick right here. Oh. Looks like Mr. Bunny's in a bad mood right now. Or that she messed up. You said you're a big fan of Trucy's, right? Oh, yes. I look up to her more than anyone else in the world. What about her makes you respect her so much? She's just incredible. Not only is she extremely talented, but she's so cool under pressure and always manages to keep a smile on her face. In spite of all that talent, she still works harder than anybody I know. I almost unconsciously turned it into any bunny I know because I'm so used to anytime there would be like a rabbit. It's like, you know, a rabbit person. It's like we have to. I didn't stream VLR, but VLR was like sickeningly full of rabbit puns. You couldn't ask for more out of a magician. I'm sensing a shift into hyper fangirl drive. I love the unique way she does her tricks and the way she charms the audience. I especially love her magic panties, which were both cute and comical. The first time I saw that trick, I was so impressed and moved. I wanted to see her show some performing times it ran so camp. And blah blah. And that's why I think Trucy is top class, a real first-rate magician. I see. I think we have a pretty good idea of how much you adore her now. Oh, was I talking too much? I'm so sorry, Pyon. I'd better be careful about when and how I ask her about Trucy. Anyway, that's why I'll do anything at all, to help Trucy. Oh, Mr. Lawyer, you just have to prove her innocence. Don't worry, I plan to do just that. I wish Trucy could see that she has people like Bonnie in her corner, rooting for her and framing her for murder. You were in the magic show, right? That's right. I take it you saw my teleportation trick? Yes, it was just wonderful. You moved from one place to another in the blink of an eye. I admit it was pretty amazing. I have no idea how you transported yourself over such a distance in just a split second. It must be so fun to be able to do a trick like that. Teleportation looks so cool. It's like a superpower or something. Yeah, my trick is turning some heads in the magic world right now. They're calling it New Miraculous Magic. Some even say it's the real deal. Real magic, huh? Well, there must be an explanation, but it sure does look real. I just have to figure that trick out. I want to do it myself. Oh, you'll never figure it out. I always perform it perfectly. Feeling. What is this power? This looks to me like Bunny is hiding something. They used to only do this during court. Are we still going to do it in court at all, or is it? The bunny moves when she says that. I can tell by your shifting small rabbit. Bonnie, when you said perform it perfectly, your right hand would tremble and move your hat a tiny bit. I even caught a glimpse of the little rabbit hiding underneath. Oh! Did you really perform the teleportation trick perfectly this time? Of course. I definitely got that part right. What do you mean, that part? Oops. Wait a minute. Are you saying that you picked the wrong career? Does that mean you regret ever choosing to become a magician? Is that why you perform your job with such a forced smile on your face? Is it to hide your true feelings of regret? What? Do you feel like you made a mistake in your choice of career? How can you even say that to me? I became a magician because I looked up to Trucy and wanted to be like her. I'd never regret that decision. No? Are you sure? Maybe you're in the wrong line of work, Mr. Lawyer. Ouch! So I made one mistake. Look, if what you messed up wasn't the teleportation trick, then... I should pick wrong answers more often. That was great. You messed up Trucy's escape. You might have performed the teleportation trick flawlessly, but what about Trucy's escape trick after that? Did you make some kind of mistake during that? Oh, well... Well, did you? You see... Did you or didn't you? Eep! I did. You're absolutely right, Mr. Lawyer. I made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick. I'm sorry I lied. Phew. I feel like I pulled off a magic trick of my own just trying to get it out of her. This is a freaking long investigation. We've been going for almost 2 hours. So you made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick? Yes, I was in charge of operating Mr. Hat, you see. But I made a huge goof. I made a stenank. So, did Trucy explain to you how the escape trick works? Yes, she knew we'd need to know for our investigation, so she shared the secret. Let's see. After Trucy escaped from the coffin down into the understage passage, Mr. Hat was to be pulled up to the catwalk by a winch. Trucy would then pop up on the stage through a trapdoor. I was operating Mr. Hat at the time, but I flubbed up where I was supposed to have him stand. I was supposed to make Mr. Hat stand to the left of the coffin, but I messed up and I had him stand to the right by accident. That matches up with what we saw during the show. Huh? But then, doesn't that mean... Trucy would have ended up popping up on the side opposite to Mr. Hat. Yes, she would have, if she hadn't done some quick thinking on her feet. She managed to pop up on the right-hand side of the coffin for me, so the audience never even knew a mistake had been made. Way to go, Trucy. Okay, so the whole thing with his fingerprints are on the wrong side or whatever, like they don't match up with the orientation of the body, it's because they had planned this out. Like whoever is framing her planned it that she was going to stab him from stage left. And instead she wound up stabbing from stage right, and that messed up the trick. Somehow. Does that mean they rotated the coffin too? Maybe. But my mistake caused her so much trouble. I think I better ask Trucy about this later too. Oh, by the way, we'd like to investigate the understage passage. Would that be alright? Oh yes, by all means. Anything to help prove Trucy's innocence. I'll unlock it for you. Hey, there you are. You got a minute? Oh, Mr. Radens. Yes, of course. Not you, Bunny. The lawyers. They're the ones I want to see. You have business with us? I hear you two are from the same agency as Trucy. Is that right? Yes, that's right. This is for you, then. Hang loose, baby. A contract? Between Take-Two TV, the first part, and Trucy Wright, the second part. What's with all this lawyer speak? I don't understand it. Hey, Kaylee Dow. How's it going? It's been a while. If, through the fault of the second party, the show must be canceled in part or in full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party. The $3 million? Yeah, that's more like it. That shocked reaction, that dopey expression. You'd make a great comedian. Really? I know. I'll put you on my show. We'll get one of those cartoon anvils to fall on your head. Wait a minute. Is this for one of those hidden camera prank shows? You wish. That's an official contract. See for yourselves. You're the lawyers, after all. You should know when you see one, right? He's right. It's all signed and everything. You better make sure your agency pays what Trucy owes me. In full. Are you kidding me? The Wright Anything Agency doesn't have that kind of money. And I guess you're gonna have to go fishing for some. I can see it now. Craziest catch. Legend of the Seasick Lawyers. Fishing on the high seas? No thanks. I can't even swim. Objection! What kind of ridiculous, low-down, unfair, one-sided contract is this? Hey now, there's nothing ridiculous here. It's all perfectly legit. It's got her signature on it, see? Arg, click. My boys have got to see the stupid look on your faces. It's priceless. And post. I'm getting responses already. It's gonna go viral. No. How could he? Bye-bye, reputation. You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. The first party will pay all expenses for the magic show. The second party will confer all program broadcasting rights to the first party. If, through the fault of the second party, the show must be canceled in part or in full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party. I'm not sure how... Oh, I wonder if we're going to use that to compare... Like, we're going to get some other piece of evidence that's going to have Trucy's handwriting on it, right? I'm going to drive Troop Grammari and everybody associated with it into the ground. Serves you right for getting involved with the Grammaris. What's this grudge you have against the Grammaris, anyway? Huh? What are you talking about? Stress is making you paranoid, champ. Come on, Bonnie, we have more filming to do. Oh, yes, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, and I'll unlock the door to the understage passage for you later. Later, lawyers. Hang loose, baby. Why would Trucy sign a contract like this? And why did all of this have to happen when Mr. Wright isn't here? We'll have to come back for the understage later. Let's go hear Trucy's side of the story. Good thinking. We can't let you hit the high seas just yet. There must be something we can do. We can't let the ratings Raja have his way.